Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on which part of the world you are from. I've got something smashing for you, something that you have yet not experienced in a salad. Yes, it's papaya, pawpaw with basil and these nuts. So I've got peanuts, cashew nuts, and these are raisins, the black raisins. Anyways, we'll get to it. But as with everything, when you're here, please come say hi so I know that you have joined in and we can pick up from where we left off. In the meantime, let's get to the vinaigrette. It's going to be a fast salad. Today is a solo salad. I'm the only one eating it. But I will polish off half a papita, half a papaya, pawpaw, ginger. Okay. Then I will use, I'm making a vinaigrette first and then we will get to chopping off the pawpaw. I love that fruit. In fact, I think I'm in love with all fruits. Every time I say this, I realize how stupid it is. Okay, but you know the rule of thumb? We first sharpen the blade. How do we sharpen the blade? Now the blade is already sharp. What I will do is hone it. Hone, hone. It means you straighten the edge. You just have to straighten the edge and then watch how beautifully it will cook. Whoa. See this. You have to use a sharp knife and chop with it to understand what it means. It is such an experiential way of learning something. Okay, I'll wait for a few more seconds to join in for all of you to join in while let me start the story. One of my uh, good businesses that was my clients loved and I was respected for it was this business of Go Video Today. Okay, this was like an animation factory where you could just come and you could make your videos and this is about 10 years ago. So I'm not too sure if it is things have changed. The idea was basically you've seen these explainers, right? These animated explainers. So that is what it was. You could explain something within a minute, minute and a half. And my competition was selling this service for something in the range of 55 to 60,000 US dollars. Yes, 55 to 60,000, and in some cases it was more. Of course, these are not revealed numbers because this is, come on, you're hiring people for their skill, right? So, a bunch of people like Nancy Duarte, and many people. Nancy Duarte comes to my mind because she made a presentation for Nat Geo, which was truly spectacular. So, they're really good presentation content storytellers. And back in the day, there was limited amount of resources. So, what I had done as a hustler, as a business put together person, what I had done was I had created a factory where a customer could come and he could order a video for themselves. Now the video is going to be a typically animated video. By the time I shut the business down after failing in it, I realized what was the wrong part of it. But I want to tell you how somebody else saw it when I pitched it to them. There's a company called Snapfish. Yeah, look at this, the same gooseberry. Remember the gooseberry? The gooseberry? So I had the Snapfish. There's a company called Snapfish, which was acquired by HP or some big company, and it had an Indian founder called Bala Parthasarthi. Sarthi. Bala Parthasarthi. I think he lives in Bangalore now. And he was like my childhood hero, engineering hero. And I was like, because one of the few Indian names that had created a dent in the software space. And I got a chance to meet him. And he asked me, he said, what is this business plan of yours that you have where you're going to make a factory for animation factory? And I told him, I said, this is how I'm doing it. He said, how will you scale it? I said, I can do it. He said, Acha. So he waited for 5-10 minutes, bought me lunch, and then he told me, he said, you're going to fail. And I remember this meeting, I walked out of that place where we were having lunch, MTR in Bangalore near Whitefield or something. This is many years ago, pre-COVID. And I remember, this vengeance-like feeling in my brain that I will show him What's happening? Acha, listen, guys, I am not sure if you are able to see my chat. You'll have to chat and say hi so I know that you're here. Otherwise, today's salad is something which you have not seen before. You have not seen how to use cashew nuts, peanuts, and raisins. You will see that today on this channel. Always something new. So first I will make the vinaigrette. Vinaigrette. These cashews should be cut. I just roasted them, okay, little bit. All of them. This will go with the papaya. Yes, yes, yes. It's a papaya plus basil. Why not? What is wrong with this? It's a salad. What is the original word of salad? Do you remember? If you've been watching my live streams, you would have heard me say this at least 5 times, maybe more. The original word is salate. S-A-L-A-T-E. Hey, Sin Gaming. Whoa. Can you cook steak? Well, I can cook steak. Um, I mean, you mean to say cook live on this channel? So here's something funny. The meat is not approved of by the governance here. So unfortunately, I can't cook steak as in a cow meat. But sure, chicken, bring it on. We'll do goat. Ayurveda suggests goat. They recommend goat as the meat to eat. Yeah, I know. If you don't know this, please go read it up. I'm not making it up. It's recommended meat to eat. Goat. Yeah. I have put in all the. I will put the. Can you see this? This is the peanuts and the raisins. And I will add the vinaigrette to this only. I'm going to make the vinaigrette inside this and then stick around. I'll show you the pawpaw. These are dwarf varieties. I've cut it and peeled it already. So I'm sorry, but little ahead of time. How do we make the vinaigrette? What do we add? This is bragg. This is apple cider. It's one of the best things you can get for yourself if salads are your thing. Please make sure that. Where are you from? Sin Gaming? I like your name, Sin Gaming. That's a subtle play on words, is it? Because let's be square, we are all sin gamers. I don't think so. All of us are gamers as such, but I think we all like to believe that we are gamers. That's what matters, right? We believe that some of us believe we are really good at it. Hey, listen, if Brian shows up, I'll show you. This guy is playing a game called Magic. I don't know if okay, wait, let's one thing at a time. Sin Gaming, this is a product called Kakvi. Okay, this is liquid jaggery. Jaggery is, you remember, you think of sugarcane juice that's cooked on slow flame for a long period. And it develops this, they're molasses at the end of the day. So it develops a very beer-like flavor, thick sugary texture, and it really goes well with peanuts. In fact, peanuts and dates, that's the combination I was looking for. But as luck would have it, I do not have it. Therefore, we will choose what we can choose. Now I'm adding balsamic. This is balsamic vinegar. Just a little bit. These are all flavors, okay? The idea is not to overpower anything. They're just gentle, be gentle. The main fruit flavor will stay. Some salt and some pepper. This is rock salt, so it's okay. It's not that sharp. It's not that spicy. It's not that salty. And then what's the kicker? Do you remember what's the kicker that I add? Where am I? Where you are? I am in Pune. Have you heard of this city called Pune? It's 200 kilometers east of Mumbai, and it's a beautiful city along the hills. Well, it's not that hilly, but it used to be awesome. Now, of course, so many people have moved in that it is not. The infrastructure is kind of taking a beating. For lack of better words, I can just tell you the city is in trouble. See, governance that's the cornerstone of successful community living. You'll agree. If you have been part of any governing system, you would have understood it. That's why that's why everybody wants to build software businesses. They don't make mistakes. Humans are fascinating. Our brains are up in the clouds. We don't see the world the way it's supposed to be seen. Where are you? Sin Gaming, which part of the world are you in? You seeing this? Look at this, what has happened to it. It's become all gooey and yummy and tasty. This I will put into the freezer and I'll bring out the veggies. Actually, these are fruits. I'm not cutting any veggies today. Today is pineapple, basil, pawpaw. Do you know what's pawpaw? Pineapple, of course. Basil, of course, because I'm growing basil on the rooftop. And pawpaw, because that's the hero. This salad, I'm calling it Basilapapa. I'm planning to call this salad Basilapapa. Yeah, for lack of better words, Basilapapa. There you go. And of course, some pomegranates. This is all leftover stuff. I have some, whatever you have in the kitchen, in the fridge, just dump it into that. That's the meaning of the word salate, salted. That's it. These Romans figured it out. Now, here's something funny. I'm not sure if it is the Romans who figured it out or they caught this from somewhere and they brought it back, documented it, and therefore the world thinks that it was them who came up first. Documentation is a very powerful thing. There was this idea that it should be done two times. The documentation should be done 2 times. The Romans came up and they said, no, we should do it 3 times. And in slate. So you can imagine if you need to change something, it's a lot of effort. So you be sure that you want to get this published, because if it is wrong, then your head will be, or the lion will be, you getting it? That fear is what kept noisemakers away. And because social media has exploded now, there is no stopping to anybody and everybody standing up and saying, listen to me, I've got the ultimate story, because it's all about you and me. I know. But unfortunately, actually, to be very fair with you, we are very lucky. As a species, we are still surviving on this planet after having abused it. That itself is a victory. But I don't know how long will this planet be able to survive us, because we are absolutely abusing it. And you know what's the worst part? Some of us realize it obviously, and we are trying to talk to more people and make more people aware of it and do our whatever we can to save resources. That's not really the problem. It's not that the planet is short of resources. It has everything to sustain our lives. Us humans, all of us. What it lacks is the removal of greed from this 1% of humans who want to have everything. And they are the ones who are causing the maximum damage. It is a piece of the pie puzzle which has baffled everybody. I don't think anybody has the answer or the way out. But it's going to remain like this for a couple of more years, I guess. I don't know. I'm hoping that it'll go away, but wishful thinking. End of the day, what really matters is governance. And that's what I have been always insisting. Governance is about paying attention to details, while not losing control of the big picture. Now that we're talking about this is like a game, right? Sin Gaming. I'm assuming you are into games. Have you played SimCity? Have you played any of these strategy games that involve building of cities? Because that's one of the best places to learn these challenges of governance is through these games. They teach you a lot. I did not know. I maybe other people are learning, but I think that's the reason why this format of gaming is so popular. SimCity is a very popular game, and the reason it's popular is because it's got this subtle, very gentle way of teaching you that listen, you can do what you want, but you can't. It takes a lot to govern a city. And this is computer simulation, so it's not even real, as in there is nobody deciding tomorrow that they want to host a military coup. You got what I'm saying? It's a predictable environment, and it's just a game. No real human lives will be lost if there is no water. But in the case of humans, it's a different concept altogether. This is the pawpaw. Can you see the pawpaw? It's so nice and it's cold and it's sweet and it's yummy. You didn't tell me, Sin Gaming, where are you from? Which part of the world are you from? Oh, you're in the Philippines. Sorry, I just saw this. Sorry, bro, my bad. You're in Philippines. Do you guys have pawpaw there? I'm sure you guys have. This is quite a famous fruit across Asia. Everybody loves it. What time is it in Philippines right now? Time for a game? What kind of games do you play? Okay, since it is sin, I'm assuming. Do you do any kind of betting? Is that the game that you play? Any kind of betting games do you play? I think I'll. This word papita is enough. In India, it's called papita. 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 I know it's funny, but it's nice. It's also a name. Well, not really. It's babita, but yeah, the word is papita. Papita. But there is a word called babita. That's a real name. Actually, it's a past name. Now nobody keeps it. I don't think any. It's a woman name, female name. I don't think any woman is. I've not met anybody named Babita. 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 That sounded Italian for some reason. Babita. Can you see this? Are you looking at the colors here? Just look at this. I mean, why would this not work for a lunch? You add some boiled chicken into this. I will get that going. Already got something to eat, so I will use that. Sorry, I had to take a bite. So this is the vinaigrette with the peanuts and everything. And I'll put it all together, toss it up, and see how that takes me on the flavor bus. Sin Gaming, you know the flavor thing that we keep talking about often? A lot of people kind of get hooked onto the story of flavor. Wow, gorgeous, what light. Flavor is a hallucination. Our brain is creating this hallucination. There is nothing called flavor. It's a little contrary to how we look at the world, don't we? We are kind of, I'll tell you, wait, just bear with me. I'll explain something. Now, plants, let's look at a cherry tomato. Nothing will change in a cherry tomato's life if it doesn't put flavor in its fruit. But we humans, we will get very upset if the fruit does not have the flavor because we are paying for the flavor. And if the fruit doesn't have the flavor, so if you think about it, what is the real reason that the plant is really putting any flavor in its fruit? What is the reason? Interesting, no? The reason is because it's communicating with the farmer. Those flavors are the hallucinations that are being created to us, for us humans. It's their messaging with us. That's why happy plants, they will always generate happy fruits. Their produce will be tastier, they will be happier, they'll grow better. You just know when you look at a healthy plant, it just communicates to you, it screams out to you, smiles at you, tells you that it's happy. In flowers, it's very easy to tell. They bloom, so you know. But man, the peanut is working. I was scared about this, but the peanut works. Give this a shot. Tell me how it goes. I'll see you again tomorrow, 12:30, with a brand new effort. See you, bye. Yo, man.